bittersweet. It's like the...
Yeah. I want to get this series done and over with.
Okay, well, stop interrupting because you know I have to restart for a clean cut.
Fine. Bittersweet. It's like throwing up ice cream or your girlfriend who hates you or the watermelon sour part that's green. Something like that.
I mean, yeah, but I would have done it more eloquently with an absurdist pen stroke.
Yeah, well, this show gives me a stroke.
Why do you have to be like this? I guess all good things have to come to an end eventually.
And so do all bad things. My name is Nicole.
I'm James.
And this is the last episode of Mostly Lovin' Lucha.
Guys, you heard us right. Oh, why do I cry tonight? I cry tonight because today is the last episode of Mostly Lovin' Lucha. The saga ends of our bonus episodes that we were churning out quite a bit, but then it was just Nicole and I was afraid Nicole would never want to watch this show again, but I convinced her because right now on Car Ranger we're between 3 story arcs that are very long, and it's either we do them now or we wait. I don't know. You guys help us decide. But Nicole, my queen,
yes.
You guys already heard her. She was in the intro. Oh my God. What's your name, my queen?
What is my name? Oh my God.
I forgot.
My God.
Oh, someone's taking out my mind with a melon baller.
Oh, the show.
Wouldn't that be kind of cool to melon ball
my
a brain?
memories were replaced with this show.
That'd be sweet. Oh my God.
Kill me.
Just memories of a sweaty luchadores. Oh, she's so sexy. What if all your memories while you were naked looking in the mirror were of another person's body? That's body dysmorphia.
Make any sense.
Oh, yeah, it also doesn't make sense. I look in a mirror and I say, wow, man, that dude's fat as hell. And then Nicole says...
And you're wrong.
Nicole says, no, you are underweight, maybe? I don't know what you say. I'm putting word in her mouth, just like I'm putting burgers in myself.
I think you're normal weight.
Okay, thank you. I am technically below average weight, because I think the average is like 158 for a man my size.
And Frank is above average.
But Nicole... Guess what? Normally...
A++.
Ooh. Normally, we will listen through to the episode to try and figure out, what's a catchy title that we can use, something that we said. I already know today's episode title. It's We Can Start Bible Man Now.
Yeah.
Chia! Guys, Bible Man next week. Maybe, I don't know. We're gonna praise be to Christ as we slay people like mice.
No, I know what the title is. It's Cease and Desist Lawbreakers.
Wait, is that said?
That's a quote from the show.
Oh, jeeper cramity. But Nicole, before we begin, I only have one thing from our week, and that is Nicole will not let me turn our Animal Crossing town into the busy world of Richard Scarry.
Because I've already turned it into our own cute world.
Hey, sometimes you're looking at a sculpture you're making and you're like, wow, this is not turning out right. I'm going to turn it into a cute little pig. And then bada bing. It's a handsome pig.
Wow, fuck off.
Yeah, Nicole
and then
makes
I
cute
drew a
little
pig,
pigs.
and I was like, James, say it. And he wouldn't say it.
Yeah, I'm not your court jester.
Yeah, you are.
Then throw money at me like a jester gets.
You 100% are.
Okay, well, throw some coins at your jester and sing that song.
I'm very tempted to go through with this bit.
Nicole's reaching for her laundry coin.
No, I wanted to just go get that bucket of coins that we have.
Bucket of coins?
Yeah, that Bee and Puppy Cat coin bank I made.
Okay. Is it back there still?
No, it's in the living room.
All right, well, hey, I'll be a little defenseman, a linebacker, trying to make sure you can't get past the goal post, which is the curtain over here.
Yeah.
Or like a fanatic at a Hamilton trying to see George Washington undress.
What?
Yeah, because they'll try and run backstage behind the curtain and see George Washington undressed.
Oh, okay.
I should have said the people who are two people in the play, one in Act 1, one in Act 2.
Like in the play, like that was part of the play.
What? We've seen that?
Yeah,
that wasn't
and
a
I was
floppy
like,
dong out.
Exactly. I was like, what are you talking about?
That grapevine he's talking about is a long ass D. Everyone's heard through it.
Sure.
Because it's kind of, it's like.
God damn it, James. No. Whatever you're going to say, don't.
It's like a can on a string. You can hear his thoughts with it. But instead of like a cold can that you press up to your ear, it's a warm, sensual dong. Have you ever
also speak into it?
Yeah, you can too.
Yeah.
And then he hears you because his ears are there.
Yeah.
But the penis is also nature's ear, if you heard.
No.
It truly is the listener of the soul.
No.
Because I can find water with it. It droops down when I find water.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about a pregnancy, broken water. Uh-oh, we don't want that.
Ew.
Are you saying people actually wonder if people do get turned on by a woman breaking her water?
Absolutely.
Guys, send us videos on Twitter. It's allowed.
Do not do that.
Do it on Tumblr 5 years ago.
Actually, you know what? I probably won't see it because I don't go on our Twitter. So,
At Darling
you know
Homebody.
No, do not.
At Tavia_CW. Yes. He's gonna be pissed.
Oh, so pissed.
I just want a busy town. Richard Scarry.
Yep.
I had the idea of like...
You're obsessed.
I'll make that a podcast. I just watch through every episode. But then I was like, no, James, you can't do that. Medabots is the next one I'm doing after talking about Beyblade. New episode up tomorrow. You gonna love it.
Of Medabots?
No, of talking about Beyblade. Medabots is weird how it didn't get more than the series that it got for anime.
I don't know what that is, so...
It's gnarly. It was a huge franchise for Game Boy and Game Boy Advance.
So I'm going to assume that you're wrong and it's bad.
No. Medabots is for real good.
Okay.
I will admit when something I liked as a child is bad.
No, you won't.
This show is bad.
Yeah.
But as we'll get into it later, the first half of this series is so bonkersly great, and then the last half is just they tried to get serious, and it lost its charm.
Mm-hmm.
So, your boy saying it's like a roller coaster.
Just like when that happened in Car Rangers for those 3 episodes.
Yeah, but I will put my foot down and say those are still great episodes.
Yeah.
But this show is, click, 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 going up a roller coaster,
yeah.
A roller toaster.
Yeah.
And
you're a Pop-Tart.
Instead of falling down at the end, it's just
really slow.
No, it just it brings you to another exit.
Yeah, it just circles around. It doesn't go down the hill.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's kind of like a ski lift, but at the top of the ski lift, you don't ever leave.
Okay, so you're saying it still goes up, though?
Yeah.
So it goes up, goes around, you get off, and then it goes down the hills for people to get back on. Yeah.
Or what it does is it doesn't go down the hill. It just goes to a little elevator and then just goes down the elevator to bring people down. Yeah, there's no fun.
Okay.
So it's really just like a tram trolley system.
Yeah.
I think it's at Cedar Point.
Just awful all around.
In the center of Cedar Point, there's this huge walkway, but then you can get on those...
a chairlift.
A chairlift, but it's not chairs. It's like a Ferris wheel car, and it just brings you to the end.
Yeah.
It's super fun.
Yeah, I've been on it. It was fun for someone who doesn't like roller coasters. I was like, I guess we can do this.
Which might be more dangerous. We don't know.
That's not why I don't like roller coasters.
You don't like roller coaster because Nicole, for anyone who doesn't know, constantly has a Slurpee in her hand. It's very hard to mix out. And roller coasters make her splash the Slurpee all over her usually white t-shirt.
Hard to mix out.
You slurping on the Slurpee. It's hard to mix out of the podcasts.
Oh, okay.
Your slurp noise, the straw going.
Right. Like you in a movie theater.
Yeah. Hey, don't tread on me. But it's not the room. It's me slurping and trying to scoop around.
Scraping it on the sides,
Yeah.
and I'm like, just take the lid off and it won't make that noise.
But the lid is sticky, and I don't want this sticky by me.
Yeah, and I don't want the noise.
Okay, well, girls rock the noise. Are you saying you want to be in separate places?
I'm saying I miss movie theaters.
Oh, ho, ho, it's movie magic.
And everyone's gonna fucking ruin it because they're like, oh, we can go outside now even though we shouldn't. And then everyone's gonna die, and then you still can't go to movie theaters.
You can go to drive-ins, though.
I don't have a car.
Prepare for the drive-in to make its comeback in the COVID era.
Ooh, Getty.
Yeah, the Getty drive-in.
The Getty.
It's weird how both major movie theaters in our area, the Getty, I mean, like, besides the cinema.
Our area?
In Muskegon, Michigan, the Getty and the Harbor are like Community seasons 3, 4, 5, and 6, where it's like, oh, they're going to get canceled this year. And it's like, oh, no, they didn't. That's insane.
Yeah.
I guess you could say like Trump, he's going to get canceled by this. And it's like, no, he's still there.
Yeah, I mean, I never fully believed that he would get canceled, but...
Hashtagged one of these,
A girl
Nicole.
can dream.
Oh, last night or this morning, Nicole, I guess... It's weird how you never assumed it, but I was like, Frank will come up to me in the morning as if we haven't seen each other for a long time. And I'm like, dude, we were just hanging out. You were talking. Oh, yes, that was a dream I had. And then Nicole's like, Frank talks in your dreams? I'm like, yeah, constantly. He's a little cutie and we have conversations.
Oh, my God.
There was once where he was like, yeah, I miss Nicole, but I'm glad she let me stay with you because we were broken up in the dream. And Frank chose me.
Wow. That would not happen.
Well, okay, I don't want to have this conversation because it never will happen, but it is something I would die for.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that, like, he wouldn't live with you. I'm just saying that, like, he wouldn't choose you over me.
I wipe his butt with warm towel.
So do I.
With warm towel?
So do I.
Okay.
I just don't complain about it for the next hour.
Because I always have to. I do it so much more than you.
No, it only seems that way because I don't tell you when I do it because
do
it's
it most
not as big of a
mornings.
deal as you do, as you make it.
He did another Sukamon poop. It was giant. Guys, Google Sukamon if you don't know who that is.
Like, there's so many times when you're, like, just sitting here editing and I have to clean up after him and
But
I just
wipe
don't
his
say
butt?
anything. Yes.
Oh, you're so sweet to him. But he'd still choose me.
Wow.
Guys, let us know. Who do you think Frank would choose? However, you guys haven't lived with us, so you don't know the full scope. So no matter what you choose, unless it's me, I'm not going to take your opinion into consideration.
Shh. This is a way to get them to read Crumb Bums.
Oh, yes.
Based on the Crumb Bums comics, who would he choose? Go to webtoons.com to read them.
Yes, and even though that is very skewed because I write it.
What do you mean?
He talks to me while I'm allegedly on the toilet, just taking a long pee, and he's like, "Oh, I need to talk to my good friend James."
Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm sleeping in a lot of them.
Or eating crumbs.
Yeah.
Because Frank is an extension of both of us, so I write him as you and me. So really, it's just you would choose me over you, is I guess how I'm writing it.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense, but in this situation, Frank is just us in Crumb Bums.
Uh-huh.
But let's get into this goddamn episode,
Oh, yeah,
girl.
that's what we're here for.
And it needs to be a non-long
I feel like I was going to say something, but I forgot.
Oh, a webtoon?
So never mind.
Franklin's staying. Oh, Franklin would keep you, though, because he's a little Casper boy.
Yeah, he's cute.
Nicole, what do you think of the stuff you've heard of talking about Beyblade this week?
It's absolute nonsense.
Yeah! And I'm an editing genius. The episode recording was 2 hours and 35 minutes, and I cut it down to, I believe, an hour and 17.
See, I just see it as you being
bad at recording.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, the mind wants what it wants, and that is to do the same line over and over again till I believe I got the good take.
Well, it's just like anything else. Usually you like practice or rehearse before you do the final thing, but you don't do that.
Yeah, because a lot of this is improv. Also, I think I do need to start running and getting cardio up again, because a lot of it is just me not being able to end the sentence because I need to keep going and going and going and going and get it right, but I start running out of breath.
The whole thing is just a run-on sentence.
Yeah, your boy don't know punctuation, only commas.
No, that's just your sense of. That's just how you tell stories.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Because I read Edgar Allan Poe, and he'll have a whole paragraph until he gets to a period. And I'm like, if it's okay for him.
That's why it seems like you're so obsessed with ravens.
Yeah.
In all of your stories, you have ravens in them.
Yeah. You better believe I'm constantly writing about Harry Potter's first girlfriend.
What?
She's a Ravenclaw? I'm a Ravenclaw, guys. I once half did a which house are you in quiz, and I was just assuming it was leading to Ravenclaw before it said, hey, here's 5 more ads that you can't close out of. You need to turn off your iPod. Because that's what happened. It's chronicled on multiple This Movie's Gays.
Chronicled. I haven't taken that test, so I don't know.
Whoa. Well, okay, which...
But I feel like a Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff? Yeah. You're not Slytherin because you're not mean and you're not hungry for power.
Yeah. I'm more lazy and grumpy.
Yeah, and that seems Hufflepuff.
But bookish and very loyal.
But also, hey, I'm going to hang back in the cut.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Hufflepuff, people forget. That's the most forgotten one, I feel like.
Yeah. When I'm with a group of people, I like to just listen, you know what I mean? And everyone else talks. But I enjoy being there still. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Are you House Dean, Jess, or Luke? I'm kidding. We've already had this conversation on this podcast. I feel like a lot.
Dean.
Is Dean the one I like?
I don't know, James.
Dean is
you
nephew?
do this every fucking time and it drives me nuts.
Okay, is Dean nephew of Luke?
No, I'm not. We're not doing this because I'm so fucking pissed.
Guy who gets hit by Goose, that dude sucks. And Rich Little Boy, fuck him.
Yeah.
And Bagger Vance guy, I like him.
Bagger Vance.
He's a bagger and he looks like a Vance.
Sure.
With a big old lance.
Whoever the fuck that is.
With a big old lance, because I'm seeing what he's rocking in them jeans.
Okay.
He's got a dick on him.
Okay.
Dick.
Okay.
All right, Nicole, today we watched what was, I guess, the last episode, but I truly don't think. I think this, as I explained in my one-man episode of Mostly Lovin' Lucha, the names and the order on the DVD are all completely fucked. Because this one was called Along Came a Spider, which was what we watched with Dan from Power Playthrough an entire year ago.
Yeah.
And this one I think was supposed to be called The Champ, maybe, or another bone pun one. Because that would make the most sense. There's a lot of bone shit in this one. So
no, I think it was The False Champ or something.
Well, speaking of what you think, Nicole, how about you think us with a big old synopsis of the episode?
What?
Yeah.
the fuck? No, I'm not doing that.
Okay, so Lobo
I didn't
is going
sign
up
up
against
for that shit.
Lobo's going up against this new guy called Rodney Ranger. He's a Mountie Ranger guy. He's from Yellowstone originally, and he beats these guys trying to steal this rich lady's pearls, of course. And this rich lady has a son named Pussy, and Pussy's a little bitch. Just listen to his name. They're from England or some shit. Who knows?
His name is Percy, and James keeps saying it in a way that sounds like pussy.
Or pussy.
No.
She screamed out. She was like, "My pussy, my tiny scared pussy." So this little nerd and her rich mom, they get mugged by these two masked vigilantes who are villainous vigilantes, stealing from the rich and given to themselves, in turns making them own self rich.
Or to the
Oh, who is
That's the question.
Damn.
It's for all the one person who gets that reference to Misadventures of Flapjack. You're welcome.
I was expecting it to be your Hot Rod or Sponge Bum. But this ranger guy ends up showing up wherever crime is, and clearly, like, obviously, he's working with the whelp. The whelp then reveals himself to be getting this bone wand thing that is just... Come on, guys, what's your fascination with bones? Because the dog is the villain, and dog like bone. What else do dogs like that they could have used?
Cat shit, their own barf.
Scratches.
Sure.
Like, oh, this is the ancient back scratcher that looks like a cactus, but it was buried deep in the Sahara, and it's golden, too.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was trying to make a giant fire hydrant in an episode.
Dead squirrel.
Yeah. Mailmen. Oh, my God. Do you think the whelp is controlling Trump because Trump hates the United States Postal Service? Shit.
That could explain why, like, people around Trump are, like, defending him and like him because, like, he's secretly just an adorable tiny dog.
And that's why he's so orange, because, you know, when dogs pee on things, it gets discolored. We don't know what it looks like when someone soaks in pee-pee.
That's not what I would have went for. I was going to say that, like, because it's just like a robot human, it just got, like, the wrong coloring.
The skin is made out of marinara.
Sure, James.
Marinara membrane.
Yeah.
I once heard tomato is the closest fruit to human flesh. Read that on a blog, baby.
Shut the fuck up.
So, like, the ranger frames Lobo, and then Lobo saves the day by Pussy getting an emerald back into the bone that, when it's out, evil spirits come into.
Which the evil spirits didn't fucking do anything. They were just flying.
Spirits going spirit, you know?
Or maybe that's, you know, saying a testament to Lobo's quick reaction because they didn't have time to do anything.
Or Lobo's strength. They're, like, scared of him.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, no. Or they're trying to hide their boners from how hot he is. They're like, no, I got to go over in this corner.
The raw penis power.
Yes. And he's getting that raw penis. Yes, it's all to make you laugh, my queen. All right, let's get into some of these
guys,
notes.
I get so fucking mad because James will do the stupidest shit and then I'll laugh at it and then I get mad that I laughed at it. And then if he does do something really stupid that I don't think is funny, he'll just keep doing it until I finally laugh and then I get super pissed because I laughed at it.
I'll try and think of a stupid thing to try and make you laugh. Let me look around the room.
But then I just adopted that for my own use. And I do that to Rachel at work.
Yes.
Well, not recently, obviously, but yeah.
Why not?
Because stay at home order.
I got these long fingers, Nicole. Oh no, I can't pick anything up. No, I didn't mean to actually drop that. No, my notes. No,
don't do that.
I wasn't really gonna let the mic stand fall. Oh no, my long fingers. They're perfect for one thing. And that's petting you, Nicole. Yes. Okay, I gotta pick up everything I just drapped. I mean. Make sure, you don't all, vertigo out on me.
So guys, if you make a bad joke that like no one laughs at, just keep doing it and eventually they will.
Yeah! Like, put a condom on your penis, and if they don't laugh, just like put another condom on, and then another until your penis is just practically one thick-ass condom
It just
meld.
turns purple.
Yeah.
And then falls off.
Whoa, you
and
can
then
do
they
that?
Laugh.
Nice.
Yeah. You just have to twist it a lot. Just pops right off.
Nicole, you devilish minx. I don't really have anything to say about this episode.
I do.
Yes.
At first, I was like, are they just trying to make Rodney the Ranger into a spin-off show?
Oh, that would be a terrible show.
Exactly.
It would have to be one where he is the secondary character, kind of like, oh, he's a robot that we put out into the world. Mm-hmm. And the main focus is on the people who kind of, they're Rodney's handlers.
Well, this was like within the first like 2 minutes of the show. So I thought there was going to be a spinoff. At first I thought he was a cowboy, but then he turned out to be like a Yellowstone Park ranger.
That'd be one of the coolest ideas for Sentai.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah, they're in the woods and they get to fight like, what's that dude, Red Man? Not the rapper, but the Ultraman type guy who just goes around the forest and beating up woodland kaiju.
RZA and GZA are there.
Yes.
Doing stuff, you know.
What do RZA and GZA do, Nicole?
Doing stuff, you know.
One's got a liquidy ass sword and the other is like, I've created an empire and I like movies with men who punch.
And they're like, I have a weapon that shoots steam as hot as a geyser. It'll melt the flesh right off their bones.
And I can sew someone's butthole and then keep feeding them.
No!
That's from a Wu-Tang skit.
No.
Or do they singe the asshole shut? They do something to the butthole and keep feeding them.
When that kid gets kidnapped at first, but not really, the Rodney the Ranger comes in to tornadoes and tornadoes. I don't know. He's like floating in the air and kicking the people in the face.
Think of when a
like
little
Matrix style,
but
bad.
Yeah, like when a little kid is on a swing set and they're just kind of like kicking their legs.
Yeah, basically.
One by one, not like pump kicking, just like dangling. That's what it was like. But what I was thinking for a split second, I was like, a human centipede would be kind of hot.
James.
That's why I was smiling. I was like, oh no, don't say it, James. But you got to.
Why did you say it?
Because I'm open about it. And this cream got me livid with energy is what I shouted before we started watching.
Cream?
Because I drink creamer.
Oh yeah, because you're a fucking weirdo.
I didn't want coffee because it hurts my tummy, but I bought that creamer, so I'm going to drink it.
Yeah, he's like, Nicole, I bought creamer for you, and then just drinks all of it.
Well, yeah, because I used your coffee creamer for 2 cups, so I needed to replenish.
Yeah, and I'm joking that, like, you got it as a favor to me, but then just drink all of it.
Gulp, gulp, gulp. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Too much cream. It's got me livid with energy. More like livid seats. When I worked at Vivid, a lot of people would, who were upset, would email us that. Vivid seats, more like you're making me livid seats. A boost. Livid beats.
No.
Yes, please.
No.
The bone is called, I think, the bone of Galov.
Galab. Collab.
Lav, Mike.
Clobber in time.
Clitoris. It's just, this is what it is. It is a bone that you would just see a dog eat. And then
It's like a femur with 2 cat skulls on each.
Yeah.
Or 1 cat skull on each end and some like jewels in the center.
bedazzled.
Bedazzled.
So they're like, oh, we're going to keep extra special care of it. This is my most prized possession, Mrs. DuPont is saying, that rich lady whose child is named Pussy. And instantly, as she reveals it, the Mayor Putz, grabs it and he's like, oh, I want to look at it with my greasy hands, and I eat goddamn Lunchables.
Yeah, see, I was like, I'm just gonna whatever. Like, this is a dumb show. Like, I'm not even gonna pick apart the stupidity of this scene.
Okay, so they're cat skulls. It would have been so funny if he picked it up and he was like, ooh, and then turned it on its side and went like, ruff, 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 ruff. Scary, because that's how he talks. He goes, ruff, ruff, scary.
No.
It'd be amazing.
Oh my god.
OMG.
Okay, I do have a couple of issues though. So the whelp knocks the jewel off and lets the spirits out, right?
Yeah.
And then to put the spirits back in, they have to put the jewel back onto the thing. So Turbine finds the jewel and the kid just snatches it from him.
I don't even think he snatches it. He's like, I got this. And then Turbine lets him have it.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I originally watched this in 2 times speed.
And then the kid like runs over to Lobo and is too fucking short
Yeah.
to put the gem on it.
So
I was
Lobo
you fucking idiot.
has to pull evilness down from the sky to bring it onto this tiny... There's chairs everywhere, kid. Grab a chair, hop on that, then easily get it in there.
Or just fucking don't.
They're in a banquet hall.
Like, Turbine already had the jewel. Just let Turbine go fucking put the jewel on the thing.
He ran them jewels. Do you think...
And, like, why did they write it that way? Why didn't they just have the kid find it?
I don't know.
Like, that makes no sense.
Also, it doesn't even make sense because it's not like this kid has been a coward. He has been being a little dick face who deserves to get punched in the teeth to them, but it's not like he needed to redeem himself. It's not like he fucked up to say like, no, I'm going to do this. Or it's not like they could have had like Turbine get thwacked down and hurt his leg from one of the evil spirits. Then he's like, I got it, Turbine.
Yeah, like he's not saving the day in any way.
He's just kind of delaying the inevitable
just
happy ending.
Making things worse for no fucking reason.
Or he wanted to get up close to see them fucking biceps of Lobo really working those evil spirits down from the sky.
Yeah. So then that happens, and like the episode ends with them all celebrating this small child who's fucking dumb, and Turbine is totally fine with it and is just like on board all the way, like, yeah, you did it. But the entire episode is centered around how Turbine, maybe that's the point. The entire episode is centered around how Turbine is like jealous of Rodney the Ranger, like stealing their spotlight. But then this kid comes in and steals his spotlight, and he's like totally fine with it. And I was like, that's completely out of character. This whole episode was just about him being pissed for not getting the credit he should have gotten.
Hey, I say it's a fun show, not a well-written show.
See, and maybe that's what they were trying to do, was to have Turbine be like, have him like grow as a,
Took 16 episodes.
And being okay with giving that kid the spotlight. I don't know.
Being flow-K with it.
I feel like that's giving them too much credit.
Probably, I would agree.
Or maybe like that was what it was supposed to be originally, and then once it went through like edits and stuff, it just didn't happen the same way it was supposed to.
Yeah, because even the mom, Mrs. DuPont, she was okay with it. She's like, also, like, Percy jumps down before Lobo comes about to say, like, I'm going to mess up the whelp. That's what it seemed like. Maybe because he was defending Rodney so much that he's like, I need to fix this. However, once Lobo and Turbine come into play, there's nothing there for you to help with. These two strong men who always save the day are going to save the day.
Yeah, I don't know.
We don't know,
show's
guys.
Stupid.
But I still recommend it.
I super don't.
I need to find the actual real order to watch these in, and then I'll reorder them.
But
I also need to get this on
I feel
DVD.
like that would be really confusing, though. Like for anyone that's listening to our episodes.
But I mean, like you've watched it all once. Let's watch it in the real order a second time. You guys heard it right. We joke about Bible Man. We're watching Mostly Lovin' Lucha, Los Luchadores all over again in the proper order.
No, we're not.
Oh, Nicole peased.
Also, because I was like, didn't the whelp like die or something?
No.
Oh, okay.
The whelp, so the last episode should have been on them getting frozen by the whelp. Then season 2 would have been them getting unfrozen.
Yes. Yeah.
And God, I want to see a season 2 of this.
Why?
It would have been fun.
No.
Maria, oh.
Oh, yeah, and
Lobo,
she actually got to fucking do shit in this episode.
Yeah. Oh, so,
finally.
Okay. So Percy is being like, oh, I hate this town. I told my mom never to come to it. It's so not fun. If you are that age and Maria is your personal tour guide and what she is wearing right now, how is that not fun?
I don't know.
That's one bodacious babe. I say that later in the episode on outros. I apologize for using it twice. And also, the whelp uses it by saying that's one bodacious bone.
Because you're like not supposed to like that character for some reason.
Maria?
No, Percy.
Oh, yeah. He should have just been like, yes, Maria, I'll do your bidding.
Wow.
It's just like, this kid's a creep. And then Turbine comes in and tries to be cool. And he's like, get away from my queen, Maria. And then that's why he's like pissed at Percy this entire time. It's still the same thing, same dynamic, except Percy is some little squire boy for Maria. Let me wash your mask, Maria.
Anyway, but then there was like, I guess like Rodney the Ranger working for the whelp is supposed to be a plot twist, but it's like so fucking obvious.
Yeah, also the whelp gives it away before the...
before the reveal.
Yeah, before the theme song goes. He's like, oh, you better get ready for a new hero because you're about to be a zero.
Yeah.
And it makes it so obvious.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so this is the whelp's doing. And then later they're just like, Rodney's like, I've been working with him the whole time. And it's like, yeah, dude.
Yeah, also, okay.
And it's supposed to be like, what?
It being apparent that he's a bad guy is one thing. It's like, hey, we're watching this through the lens of two people in their mid-20s. And...
Oh, I have a thing about that, too.
And then that's fine. That's just like story writing. But for it to be so apparent that he's working specifically for the whelp, that's bad writing.
Yeah, it's dumb.
But what were you going to say, Nicole, about...
The guy that does all the computer stuff. What's his
Laurent?
name? Yeah, Laurent says, I got to show you kids something. And I was like, kids? To Maria and Turbine.
Yeah. They're like 26.
Yeah.
At the earliest, I
mean, they're young, but they're not kids.
Yeah. But I guess like my grandma would say, oh, the kids are coming over. But Laurent's not that old.
Yeah, he's not that old.
He's probably like 34.
Like he could probably be their dad, but not their grandparent.
Hey, Bob's your uncle and Laurent is your dad.
No. Neither of those are true.
The mayor's so dumb. He's just stupid. He's like, oh, we're good at security to Miss DuPont. Security's our middle name. My name's Mayor Security Putz. And it's like, dude, you think your first name's Mayor?
That we've had this. I swear we've had this conversation before.
Yeah, it was on the couch.
No, like in another episode. About his first name being Mayor.
Oh, maybe.
It has to be.
My name's Mayor. Okay, so in the robbery scene, when Lobo is framed for stealing jewels, there's close-ups on Rodney, Lobo, and Turbine's faces. All of them have 5 o'clock shadow. It's like, wow, these are some old men we're seeing right now. It just seemed weird that you don't ever get a close-up on them, and the one time you do, you're like, oh, they're men. I don't know. I just thought it was weird. Also, that all of them were like that. It's like, oh, this is filmed late in the day. They've been here since 4 a.m. It is now 6 p.m. because it's 5 o'clock shadow. I also need to say, Laurent, he can find the bones because he's the one who, he's like, I took out the radiation of this spectral view through the Lobotron and look at these people's faces. They're bone warriors.
Yeah.
He finds the bones. That's his thing.
He finds them. It's weird that he doesn't work for the whelp.
Or for...
that lady.
Yes. No, that lady. Dr... What's her name? Zoe Deschanel's sister. Biden, not Biden. Bronger, not Bronger. Dr. Leslie. It starts with a B, right?
Yeah.
B. The show Bones is what I'm trying to say, guys.
Yeah, baby.
But I don't know her name. What's your favorite episode of Los Luchadores?
None of them.
I'd have to say I'm really fond of the pyramid one.
Probably the alien one.
Okay. Yeah, the pyramid one.
One of like the very first one. It was like the second episode we watched, I think.
And I liked, maybe it's because of who we watched them with, but Along Came a Spider, the spider one with Dan, and the one we watched with Eric and Teresa last C2E2 with the bone wand.
Okay, yeah.
Those ones were just dope. Or was that with the mask? I think it was also the Diablo Azul.
Yeah, that's the same app.
Yeah, okay. Oh, am I more of a blonde or a brunette whelpette?
Well, considering you have brunette hair, I'd say a brunette.
All right, good. She's the cuter one. And if I was her, I'd be like, yes, I can finally truly nab a friggin' 10 like Nicole. Even me, lonely 7 of whelpette. Yeah, Nicole, you're 3 above whelpette brown hair. And then would you want to be a whelpette? Like they get free room and board. They get to hang out with a doggo all day.
No.
And they're sexy AF. They live in a sewer area that looks pretty cool. How come we don't see the whelp's quarters? We don't see like a nice fancy bedroom.
I don't know, James. Why do they do half the shit on this show?
I don't know. Probably because of budget constraints.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then this was a fucking way to end the season.
They got to spend all that budget on a tiny car to put a robot dog in that has working jets.
And also, like the head on this dog moves. It goes, ha, ha, ha. He also goes, Rico Suave. And that, like, this truly shows the racism factor of this show, of them just using a Spanish name, a Spanish word as an exclamation.
It's not even like, what did you say, racism? It's not even that. It's just like ignorance. It's just straight up ignorance.
It would be as dumb as them just saying Taco Bell.
Yeah.
But I think that's all my notes. Oh, one last thing. In the end, they're all in the wrestling ring like they do, having a huge press conference, and the mayor says it's time to put the bone back in its rightful place, and then just sets it on a fancy hand pillow, not the tomb they removed it from, not the tribe that they clearly stole this from ancient grounds. No, a fancy hand pillow.
Throw pillow.
Oh, I call them a hand pillow because you can set your hand on it, and it's big enough for a hand. A hand pillow. Nicole's about to bust up laughing. You know,
I can't.
It's long like an arm, but...
I thought you were going to say because you can carry it with one hand.
No, I'll pillow you can.
But no.
I'd like to see a pillow you
Well, I mean,
can't.
like if you put it like flat on your hand.
Oh.
it wouldn't like fall off.
Well, another a head pillow. Do you do like a sleep time pillow? A head pillow?
You would have to like balance it though.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you can't do it.
You know what, James? Fuck off.
Oh, girl, fuck me right off.
I'm done.
Fuck me off
I'm
a piece
done
of
with
that
this
Kit Kat
show.
bar.
I'm done with this fucking show.
Gia, Nicole, what you got to plug then?
I don't care. I want to be done with this show forever.
DarlingHomebody.com or Patreon.
Go to darlinghomebody.com. Stickers, patches, pins, what have you. Patreon.com/darlinghomebody for a monthly sticker or magnet. And at Darling Homebody on all the things.
Chia! And hey guys, if you'd like to hear more from me, go to MLMpod.com to find out how to listen to my other podcasts such as What the Hell Mouth, This Movie's Gay, and Hit It and Crit It. Also, there's a link in the description of this. You can listen to all of my new album, Podcast Raps, The Pro Verses, on Spotify, Google Play, all of those places, Apple Music. I'll put a link in that description so you can check it and support me by just streaming the bish.
And you put stuff on YouTube now.
Oh, yeah. So if you have friends who are like, hey, I don't listen to podcasts, I just do like YouTube stuff. Episodes are being published of Mostly Speakin' Sentai onto the Mostly Speakin' Sentai YouTube channel, which is also where we've been streaming live style all the time. And especially on Sundays, we're doing Super Sentai Sunday streams where we play a Power Rangers or Super Sentai game around like 6 p.m. Central Standard Time.
And check out the Tokusatsu Network.
Oh, yes, tokusatsunetwork.com. They're a proud podcast partner of us. And then finally, go over to patreon.com/MLMpod for exclusive podcasts that are only there that Nicole and I host, such as Engaged with Nicolas Cage. Nicole and I were watching through every single Nicolas Cage movie and talking about him. The Toku Reading Corner, which is Nicole's podcast where she's reading tokusatsu fan fiction, and my one-man podcast talking about Beyblade. New episode tomorrow. It's real good, guys. Please listen. And if you're a $10 patron over on patreon.com/MLMpod, you get these fancy shout-outs from me every single week here on Mostly Speakin' Sentai. So let's get into that. First up, we have Steve F., a.k.a. Hit People Guy. There's no better place than Union City for our friend Steve, because he's a guy who hits people. He'll smack around anyone if the price is right. He's a hit guy for hire. However, he does have some stipulations of who he will and won't hit. Mainly that he won't hit anyone with an IQ lower than 40. So will he slap around that dog who bit you on the butt? No. Will he DDT the spine of a border collie infused with the mind of an evil genius? Hell fucking yes. Will he pull the plug on your once vibrant, now vegetated grandmother? Of course not. But will he black out the whole block's power grid with a people's elbow if said grandma integrated her consciousness into cyberspace and beat me at chess? Of a fucking course. So, if you're in Union City needing someone to get hit up Steve F. Unless you're inquiring about punches to Turbine's stupid face, cause that dude's IQ is lower than a rock with googly eyes. Next up, Eric Berry of Ranger Command Power Hour. As a necromantic mage shaman in a previous life, he's here to clear the air of all the myths and, quite frankly, damaging misconceptions about bone decor and other skeletal items imbued with arcana. Most importantly, all bone wands aren't filled with evil spirits, unless you think an unkept house with an out-of-whack chi is ungodly. That's right. These aren't demonic ghosts coming out of da bones. They're incorporeal SpongeBob seeped in Lysol to clean out your ceilings, inside your walls, and all other places you can't reach with your short, stubby, made out of fleshy blood matter bodies. Thanks for clearing that up, Eric. Much like how your bone magic clears out dank, stanky basements. Next, we have our good friend C, Maria and Turbine's couples therapist. After many sessions, C can't figure out or even fathom why a rad, bodacious babe like Maria would be with an utter imbecile like Turbine. Not wanting to come off as insensitive in front of him, she had to wait for the right time to bring it up to Maria. Luckily, Turbine excused himself from a session for a bit to regain composure after getting his entire right arm stuck in one of his leg holes of his pants for the third time that week. Seeing the coast was now clear, C leaned in close to Maria, but before she could start her sentence, Maria sighed and exclaimed, "He's got that dumb dick, okay? That's why. It's borderline brain dead, but boy can it fuck." Hey, see, we were all guessing that's why they were together, but you're a woman of science, so you needed to verify this hypothesis from a theory and into law. You're the Bill Nye of couples therapists. And finally, Alex Z, aka The Waz, and the original third Whelpette. As most of you know, none of the Whelpettes are brainwashed or under any magical mind control, so it is weird why any of them would stay working for the Whelp. However, Alex, being the empathetic individual she is, saw the long hours with demeaning work her friends were subjugated to, stayed with her pals, and tried to unionize the three-man Whelpette organization. Unfortunately, Union City might as well be called Union Buster City because the Whelpettes, Bone Warriors, and even the mayor all ostracized her compassionate efforts. So, off she went onto the open road, finding herself in Stamford, Connecticut, where she surprisingly found success unionizing the pro wrestlers of the WWE. And there we have it, guys. Thank you again to our $10 patrons. Thank you very much to the Tokusatsu Network for being a proud podcast partner with us. And thank you to my queen for watching mostly all of the episodes of Los Luchadores with me.
As much as I could tolerate.
Ooh, girl, but I've been James.
I'm Nicole.
And we've been mostly loving Lucha. Except Nicole's mainly been hating it.
Sometimes I will see him sit crisscross applesauce in front of the keys and just start grooving.
Richard is a little older now.
Yeah.
I, of course, go to the Guitar Zone. I find this cherry double fret max pedal with the Strat
No.
Fender cap.
Cooking it like Kevin in a new blue apron ad. Always getting tainted in a spruce goose patron pad. Beating paying ass, bounties paid replacing cash. Courtly be bugging in the chewed through Jason Math. This is showbiz where you know knows live. Yeah, flow sick like you almost did. Blow spliffs on the slow-mo kick. Throw quips like a Lobo. Bitch, flowing all the time, I'm defining lunatides. No resisting ain't an option, your compliance will rise. Tight inside your lies with misguided prides of lies. See you wide and crying eyes as you're biting cyanide. Feel your struggle, sweat, surrender while my knuckles get remembered. Damn, muscles left tended, I'm a subtle threat to slender man. Brettle shredded gnarly with a double fret. Fender strat, set the world ablaze, but a couple then dismembered brats.
You've been looking for this.
Yes.
Well, I know you have a custom code.
Should we run it one more?
No, but if you want to.
Yeah, let's do it.
Fine.
One more. Now that we have it locked in.
It's going to be even shorter.
See, we're at 2 minutes still, and most of that
You know
was
what
me
I'm saying?
getting notes.
I just already don't want to do
All right.
this.
All right.
And so do all bad things. And this is my name.
So, yeah, take
My name is Nicole.
no, take the,
Oh,
so
God
it's all
damn it.
fluid, just from the, and luckily. This has been a Marshland Media production, produced by James McCullum. For more content, please visit mlmpod.com. To support our network and have access to exclusive podcasts, head over to patreon.com/MLMpod and sign up today.